this weekend I read a lot about OmniFocus, the PTG app, getting things done. I read and watched a lot of videos about it. OmniFocus is the king of all PTG apps on Apple devices, Macs, iPad, iPhone. So I've read a lot about it and watched videos how to do things and which features it has and so on. I am a Things user, the app Things. At the moment I have Things on my iPhone and Things on my Mac and also Things for the iPad. But after watching these videos and reading about OmniFocus and all the great features it has, I have now bought it for both Mac and iPhone. And I must say that it's the second most expensive app I have ever bought on the iPhone. Really expensive. The number one most expensive app I have bought is Navigon Mobile Navigator. But OmniFocus is the second most expensive. But I think it's worth the money already after using it for a day or two. So what features does OmniFocus have that Things didn't have? And why did I switch to OmniFocus? Well, one thing. More features in the iPhone app. For example, location-based tasks. So when I'm arriving at my work, I get a notification about which things I need to do at that place, that location. Same thing when I'm coming home again, I get a notification with which task I have to do at that place. I can set a location for any context I have. So, for example, I can have it in my car. I can have a context called car and have a location for that. When I'm arriving to my car in my garage, I will have a list of tasks ready for what I should do from my car. Or I could have a location for a store that I should usually buy food, for example. So when I'm driving to that location, I get a task list with all the tasks I should do there. And that's really useful, incredible good to have that feature. I really like that feature. And you get notification for everything you want to have notifications from. So that's much better than in Things, because Things you don't have any notifications at all. You only have a morning notification with the task you should do that day, nothing else. But in OmniFocus you can get notification at a specific time when you should do something, and as I said, location-based notifications and so on. So notifications is a lot better in OmniFocus than in Things, a lot better. And the forecast feature in OmniFocus on the iPhone app is incredible good. You very easily can see how many tasks you have every day in that week, so you can click on that day to see which tasks, and you can see how many you have, so you can plan your things better every week. Doing a week planning much easier. And it has a tight integration of the calendar app, so you get calendar events at the bottom of the forecast feature, forecast tab. And the Siri integration in OmniFocus is incredible good, a lot better than in Things. you have real Siri integration. The only thing you do is choose which reminder list you should use in Siri. For example, you can make a new one called OmniFocus. And then in settings in OmniFocus, you decide that list you should use and connect it with the reminder app in the settings. And that when that's finished, then you can use Siri directly with OmniFocus. So everything you say in Siri that you will be reminded of, or a simple note or something, that gets saved in OmniFocus. Really easy and fast. Even with scheduling, it works. You can have a notification on a specific time or day when you do tasks from Siri too in OmniFocus. It works really great. So that is a lot better than Things. I must admit that the syncing in OmniFocus is much slower than in Things. In Things, the syncing is instant with their new Things Cloud feature. It syncs immediately in Things. You don't have to bother with the syncing. In OmniFocus, I think it syncs around 1 minute after you have added a task or something. And that is too slow. It probably works on the Mac, but not on the iPhone, because if you add a task on your iPhone and then close the app or switch the app to another app, that task doesn't get synced with OmniFocus server. That's really bad. I think OmniFocus need to work on that so the syncing gets faster. I'm worried about missing a sync and missing a task that's not gets saved on the server. The syncing works that you have the OmniFocus server in between. So if you add a task on the iPhone, it syncs with the OmniFocus server. And when you open OmniFocus on your Mac, it downloads from the OmniFocus server. So it's not a sync between two devices. You use the cloud in between, of course. So if the app doesn't sync to the cloud before you switch to another app, then the syncing, the task will not be uploaded to the server. So that's not ideal. So I hope OmniFocus will work on that. Another thing that's not so good, that's the Mac app. OmniFocus Mac app is very powerful and have a lot of features. You can do anything in it, but the UI sucks. It's really ugly, really ugly. No beautiful app there. But Things app on Mac is really beautiful. So the Things app on Mac is a lot more beautiful than the Mac app. But the Things app can't do everything OmniFocus can. And you can't customize the UI and so on. OmniFocus you can. So maybe you can choose there. If you want a beautiful app, go for Things. If you want more power, use OmniFocus. So OmniFocus on Mac need to be remade with a nicer looking UI. I hope OmniFocus will do that. The developers that do OmniFocus. So I have switched to OmniFocus from Things and I'm quite happy about it. Works great. I love all the context and so on, and you can nest context in each other and use projects in projects and so on. Very easy, and it's very easy to change a due date or time in the iPhone app. A lot more easier than in Things. So I really like OmniFocus, but it was very expensive. So another thing with OmniFocus versus Things is that there is a lot more hacks and tips and tricks and so on for OmniFocus than for Things. A lot of small hacks and bookmarklets and small programs and Apple script and so on for OmniFocus. There is a lot of them. For example, I have one hack, one Apple script that converts all Evernote notes to OmniFocus tasks that have the tag review. So when I'm running that script, I get all the Evernote notes with the tag review added to OmniFocus with a link back to the Evernote note, and it works really great, incredibly great. And after adding all those notes with the review tag, the review tag gets removed from the Evernote note, so you don't get duplicates. So OmniFocus is great. Okay, bye.